Okay, so in this section we'll look at a flag which is created using a case statement, and I often use this to show only two possible values. So usually it'd be 1 or 0, or you can make it true or false or yes or no. And when the condition is met, it returns 1, and if it's not met, it will return 0. You can then sum the column if you are returning 1. So in this query, for example, it's creating a flag which displays 1 when an order of motorcycles is more than 40. And we have been able to check if an order was a motorcycle because we've joined the order details table to the orders table on the order number. And from there, because the order details table breaks down the order by product, we can then join the products table on the product code. And then we can create our flag. And we do this by adding two conditions, where the first one is for the quantity ordered to be greater than 40, and the second one is where the product line equals motorcycles. And if both these conditions are met, then it will return 1. Otherwise, it will return 0, and then we just end as the name of our column. And what we could also do with this query is put it inside a CTE and then query from that CTE so that we can sum the flag that we've just created to see how many of the sales were over 40 and motorbikes. So let's just run this on MySQL Workbench and we'll understand it further. So if I open up and paste this query into a new query file, I've just separated out our case statement here. You can see the two conditions and then what the output will be. And then when I run this, so even if less than 40 was ordered, it's going to show 0 as our flag in the column. And then if we go down further, so every time it's cars, it's definitely going to be 0. And then we go to motorbikes, it's only going to show 1 if the quantity ordered was more than 40. And even this one here that is 40 is showing 0 because we did a greater than 40. If we wanted to include this, we just do an equals, greater than or equals to 40. So this is looking at every single order on every date that's in the data. So what we can do from this is make it a CTE. So we'll just name it with main CTE as, and then we'll open and close our brackets. And then from this, we can select any column name we want, such as the order date. And then we can do a sum of this column that we just created, this flag. And we'll just name that as the same, ordered over 40 motorcycles. And then we query it from the CTE, and we need to group it by our order date. Okay, so now we can see each day and how many orders there were that were over 40 motorcycles. Okay, so I hope that makes sense, and you will get a lot of practice with case statements in our analysis as well, because I'll use them quite often. So in the next lecture, we'll look at row number. So I'll see you there.